Let's now look at the situation in East Gippsland in Victoria, with 4,000 people trapped in Malakuta and many more farmers affected across the region. Joining me on the line now is livestock agent Brad Obst from Bairnsdale in Victoria. Thanks for your time, Brad. Now, you're a stock agent and many of your clients are farmers in the Malakuta region. Now, you've been speaking with farmers there. How have they been affected? Tell us what's happening with your situation.
Well, pretty much everything sort of east of Bairnsdale right through to Genoa and Malakuta. Pretty much all the pastoral land has been affected in some way or another. Some parts of that into the more mountainous areas around Buchan through to Glanapy, while Gomerang, they've been severely impacted by the fires of the other day, as well as the Tambo Valley. Ensay, Tambo Crossing and parts of Swiss Creek have also been heavily impacted.
And Brad, we've been hearing that, you've run out of supplies around the Malakuta region. They're certainly going to be bringing some in soon. What's it like for you?
Well, I'm not too much over what's... got much knowledge on what's actually going on in Malakuta with regards to food and the likes of that. What I'm doing is talking to farmers and trying to assist them in getting fodder for their livestock and assisting them in any way which we can in any relation to their livestock. A lot of them have got water issues. A lot of their pumps and watering infrastructure has been burnt, and it's making it extremely hard for them to get water to their livestock. The fodder is there. The wider community's been very generous with their donations and pledges, and the fodder for the livestock, the food for the livestock is there, but it's just taking a little bit of time to get organised to get it into those affected areas with road closures and the likes of that. But rest assured that the authorities and the local Shire Council are working very, very hard to make it happen, so it'll be good when it does happen.
It's been amazing, hasn't it, the generosity of Australians just really pitching in, Brad. We've had the lightning strikes across the state. Unfortunately, we are looking at some more really dangerous weather conditions as we approach the weekend. What are you and your team doing to prepare for these horrific temperatures and wild winds?
Well, it's really I would say the wild community is prepared as much as they can. The farmers, they've been through this before, but perhaps not to this level. They'll be well prepared, but the ferocity of it'll determine how badly they get it, how badly the ones that haven't been affected get affected in this next round of hot weather. You can only do what you can do, and they'll be prepared, but it'll depend on the ferocity of it when it comes again as to how they get impacted.
Yeah, and as you said, we're just hearing it from your state, from New South Wales, that we just really haven't seen these types of bushfires and the situation ever. In terms of the smoke, Brad, we've just seen the smoke lingering right across the eastern parts of the country for weeks and even months. What's it like for you there? It's just been relentless. Are you getting any reprieve from the smoke at all with the wind changes?
Well, probably being down here on the Bairnsdale's pretty close to the coast, so we do have a prevailing easterly wind. So, if it comes in from the southeasterly or the southwesterly, well, it puts the smoke back up in the mountains, and if it comes from the northeast or the northwest, it puts the smoke back down here. And so you could have a couple of clear days in a row, and then you get a couple of smoky days in a row, just depending on which way the wind's coming from.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you're sounding, in good spirits. It's a very, very tough time for you. How is everyone holding up emotionally?
I think there's certainly people out there certainly testing their emotional strength. Talking to people, it's the communication's been really hard. A lot of the Telstra towers, apparently they only have batteries for 24 hours and they go flat. So a lot of mobile reception's been lost, and it's making it very, very hard for people to communicate. And that, of course, rolls into a sense of isolation. A lot of the community, the likes of Buchan, they're an hour from Bairnsdale through heavily timbered country, so they're really feeling isolated in there, and part of that is due to lack of communication, and they can't talk out, and it's very hard to talk into them people. So that's fairly frustrating. It'll come together, I think. The assistance will get there, but it's just going to it's taking time, and unfortunately, it makes the situation worse the more time it takes.
Brad, really appreciate your time. We wish you and everybody there the very best. We know we've got a tough couple of days ahead as we head into the weekend. We're just looking on screen at the absolute devastation that these bushfires have created. And yes, our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers are with you at this very testing time. And thank you so much, really.
Just remember, when it's all done and dusted, East Gippsland's a fantastic place to holiday, and we produce some magnificent produce up here with meat and veggies. So get out there, and that's the best way to help the farmers, is buy their products and come and visit the area when it's all done and dusted.
I tell you what, that is great advice, Brad. We will do that indeed. Thank you so much. All the best.
Good on you. Thank you.
Thank you.